Today I'm going to discuss the most beautiful poem, The Photographing of Mother by Sundaram. Tribhuvan Das Purushottam Das Luhar was better known by his pen name Sundaram and was born on the 22 March 1908. And he was a Gujarati poet and author from India. He completed his education from Gujarat of Matar and 5 grades in the English medium at Amod. ठीक है, by this paragraph we comes to know that how the Sundaram, the writer and the author of the poems and stories, was born on the 22 March and 1908 and who was a Gujarati poet and author from India. He completed his education from Gujarat of Madras and 5 grades in the English medium at Amod. The poem Photographing Mother by the Sundaram shows the regret and also the tragedy of the situations about his mother's sorrowful state of disease ridden health and year of neglected. The year of neglection by her family. And the whole issue is going on here, how she is neglected by her family and how she feels very lonely in her life. She is a typical housewife, and she is continuously doing household works for his family, for her family, for her children's bright future, but she feeling completely neglected by her family. Nobody wants to pay her attention and nobody wants to give her time. So the whole story is all about her mother's life and how she becomes now uh, become a weak and lots of sorrowful states of disease and ridden and health and years of neglection. ठीक है. So now she is come to the at the point where she is going to die, and lots of diseases are inherited by from her body, and lots of difficulty she has. She have in her life, and just because of the suffering and the disease of her life, she is going to die, and everybody wants to click a beautiful photograph of her with a smiling face. But when the photographer asked her to remind the beautiful memories she spent it with her family and give her a beautiful smile on her face, she she feels really sorrowfulness, because she really don't have any kind of a beautiful memory with her family, because she is completely neglected by her children and neglected by her family and all that thing. She continuously doing her household work for for her family and children's bright future, but nobody wants to give her attention, nobody wants to give her time, and that's why she really don't have enough any kind of a beautiful memory with her family. The photographer become frustrated with her, how because he really needs a good smile on her face, but she is not ready to give him a beautiful smile on her face, and he started shouting on her, and the dream of clicking a beautiful photograph at the last time of her mother is not fulfilled at the end of the poem. So how the whole story is, and how the bad memories is coming in her mind, and she started weeping in the studio, and how the everybody trying to make her happy, because she is going to die and everybody wants to give her good time, and lots of diseases are in her body, and she is now going to die, and everybody wants to give her time, attention, wants to feel her happy, but she is not feeling happy, because lots of bad memories have in her mind, or she is continuously remind them, and she is not able to give him a good smile on her face by in order to click a beautiful photo at the end of a life and at the end of a memory. The photographer tries to be kind of the poet mothers and calls her ba. ठीक है. The photographer wants to call her ma, and he really wants to make her comfortable at every way. He really wants to make her comfortable and as a son, and he wants to make her feel family. That's why he calls her ba. He tries to create her feel comfortable and relaxed her and tell her to use cushion to not blink. ठीक है. So this kind of a things he really wants to make her comfortable with this kind of things. Even the slightest error would mean the waste of a plate and repetition of the entire procedure. ठीक है. अगर इवन अ स्लाइट एरर वुड बी मीन, अगर वो एक अच्छी स्माइल नहीं देंगी, अगर शी रियली डोंट हैव इनफ अ गुड स्माइल ऑन हर फेस, द स्लाइट एंड द प्लेट वेस्टेज and the repetition of the entire procedure, and he have to repeat all the procedure. He wants to adjust the light. He again try to focus the light on her face and try to click a beautiful photo, and the entire procedure is failed. The silver tongued photograph fusing around his mother is barely doing his job, unaware of her illness, but his request to the poet mothers the other effects. The silver tongued photograph fusing around his mother is barely doing his job, unaware of her illness, but his request to the poet's mother the other effects. ठीक है. तो इस तरह का कुछ इन्वायरमेंट है वहाँ स्टूडियो का जहाँ पे फोटोज क्लिक कर रही है. दिस काइंड ऑफ इन्वायरमेंट, दिस काइंड ऑफ अ सिचुएशन इज हियर, एंड everybody want to focus the light and all the things on her face, and the main thing is they want to click a beautiful photograph with a smiling face, and they really try to make her happy in order to get a beautiful smile on her face. The poet mother spent her all her time doing the housework that she got no gratitude. Since she was passionate about her in-laws, we are able pursue them. She never protested. ठीक है. तो by this paragraph we comes to know that how she is always busy in her doing her housework. She is not protesting against any kind of a thing. Whatever demand are coming from the family and the children, she gives all the things, like all the tip time, all the tension. She doing a lots of house of work in order to make everyone happy, and she really don't protest for herself. No, she really don't protest for herself, for her time, for her happiness. She is not protesting against her family. She is always ready to pay attention. She always ready to give time. She is always busy to make other happy. She really don't want to protest against for her own happiness. So these kind of things are happening in her life. She was always focusing on her children's future, forgetting about her own problems. ठीक है. तो she is always focusing on children's future. ठीक है. And forgetting about her own problems. That's why she is now suffering from the lots of disease, because she ignored herself for her children, for her family. Uh, she really don't want. She really don't have enough kind of a um, time and attention for herself. She always ready to give attention and time for the others. The poem is structured around the artificially artificiality of the photograph and therefore the harsh reality during which the poet's mother sleeps. The poem the poem is structured around the artificiality of the photograph. ठीक है? Lots of artificial things are here like beautiful flowers, beautiful chairs, beautiful tables, lots beautiful lights, beautiful colors, beautiful curtains, beautiful uh, lots of things are there artificially, and therefore the harsh reality during which the poet's mothers live. And they wants to click a beautiful photograph, but there lots of things are all the things are which are around her uh, are all artificially, they are not real, and the mother leave is very harsh. ठीक है? And they wants to click a beautiful photograph by this all kind of a view, and a beautifully create artificial view by this all these things. The poet and his mother and his brother try to compassionate their mother by trying to alleviate her pain and pleasing her in various way. For example, they taking her cinemas, halls and theaters. ठीक है? Now, in order to click a beautiful photograph at the end of her life, they wants to make her happy and make her give her smile, and that's why they take her every way. They take her cinemas, halls, they take her theaters, just because of give her a beautiful time. That's why she has become a natural smile on her face. The poet and his brother try to compensate her mother, by trying to alleviate her pain and pleasing her in various way. For example, ठीक है? So एक example यहाँ पे दिया गया है कि cinemas and theaters का, but they are doing lots of things in order to make her good smile on her face, and that's why they wanted to doing this kind of a things in order to get make her happy, and in the last time of her life they wants to give him a good time with a beautiful smile and all that things. ठीक है? The whole poem is continuously mm, roaming around her mother flight conditions, and how she's continuously doing housework, and she is really don't have enough time for herself, for her problems. ठीक है? तो she really uh, feels very neglected by her family, because nobody have enough time to take her anywhere and make her happy. But at the end of her life, everybody wants to make her happy, and everybody wants to try to create a beautiful smile on her face. So this kind of a things are there. So but at the end of the poem, we comes to know that how the photographer shouting on her mother, and the and shouting on her, and the dream of clicking a beautiful photograph with a smiling face is not fulfilled. ठीक है? Because she really spent a hard working life in, and just because of her family and just because of her children. So that's why this kind of a things are here. That's why she is not feeling happy when photographer asked her to give him a beautiful smile on her face, as he really wants to click up beautiful photograph at the end of these of her life, the last moment, and everybody knows that, and that's why they really try to make her feel happy. and the dream of the happiness and the dream of the a beautiful smile is not fulfilled at the end of the poem. So by this line we comes to know that how the photographer is trying to make her happy in order to click her a beautiful photograph, but the mother who is going to die, and she really don't have enough good memories in her life. That's why she is not feeling happy when the photographer asked her to feel happy and give him a beautiful smile on her face. That's why this kind of a things are happening, and because she have spended her life for others. She give her whole time, her whole attentions to the others, her family, for her children. She is not protesting for herself, for her problems, for her life, for her time, paying attention and all that things. She always uh, focusing on her children's futures and their bright future. She really don't have enough time for herself to concern, to focusing on her own problems, to focusing on her own weaknesses and issues, health issues. And that's why she, at the end of the life, she is suffering lots of disease and health of issues. And now she is going to die, and now everybody wants to make her feel happy. Now everybody is ready to give her time, and that's why she is feeling very low, and a beautiful smile is not coming on her face, and this kind of a whole explanation by the Sundaram, a beautiful poet explaining the beautiful lines of the poem, and by this line the beautiful meanings of the line is coming, and we comes to know that how she feeling, and which kind of a sorrowful conditions she have in her life. That's why she is not feeling happy at the end of the moments of the life. Okay. So the most important question is coming in your examination point of views. I have mentioned it in your answer. Why is it important that the mother smile in the photograph? Okay. So the whole structure you have to follow, otherwise you will deduct your marks. First of all, you have to give the introduction of the Sundaram, a beautiful writer and a beautiful poet. uh, how he was born on the 22 March in 1908, and who was a Gujarati poet and author from the Indian, and he completed his education from the Gujarat of Matar and 5 grades in the English medium at the Amod. The poem "Photographing Mother" by the Sundram shows the regret and also the tragedy of the situation about his mother, sorrowful state of diseases and ridden health and years of neglected. And the whole explanation you have to mention, and how the photographer make her feel comfortable calling her ba, and just because of he wants to create a beautiful view of the photo, he collecting lots of artificial things in her studio, like artificial flowers, chairs, tables, lights and all that things, and he continuously following the procedure in order to click a beautiful photograph of her mother, of the bar, who is now going to die, and a few days are left. That's why everybody wants to click a beautiful photograph with a beautiful smile on her face. But when the photographer is trying to make her feel smile and happy, no, she is not feeling smile. She have a few tears in her eyes, because she really don't have enough kind of beautiful memory in her life, because she always neglected by her family and by her children. She always give them time, attention, and all that things, but nobody is here to give her time. Nobody is here to give her that time and attention. And she is now going to die, and now everybody wants to try her, make her happy, because the few days are left. I hope you like this video, and you have to follow this kind of a structure. You have to explain the whole paragraph, as I have discussed with you, as I have explained you. Um, and each and every point is very important. The conclusion is also very important. You can write in your own language also, and you have to mention all this kind of things. And I hope you like this video.